What's going on, Omnibuddies? Mitch here, and today we are doing an Omnibuddy overview of one of the books that I just read and has quickly jumped to, I would say, probably into my top 5. What are we looking at? We are looking at Jeff Lemire's newest book to hit the shelves, Mazebook. All right, so first things first, there's 2 ways you can go about getting Mazebook, aside from single issues, trade paperback, all that kind of stuff. There's 2 different types of hardcovers. There's one, the regular hardcover, which has, let's see if I can find the image on here. Pages are stuck together. Looks a little bit like that. So that's the regular hardcover. Super cheap. It's only like 25 bucks if you buy it off Organic Price Books or any other online retailer or anything like that. Super cheap. The other way is you can go Dark Horse Direct. As of the shooting of this video, which I just got my copy a few days ago, is still available. Instead of 25 bucks, you're looking at 125 bucks. But this is a signed, numbered, limited edition of 1,000. It's got beautiful, beautiful crimson metallic gilded edges on these things. And it's got this really nice cover on it that's all linen, and it's gorgeous. It's signed, numbered, all that kind of stuff. And it's about the size of an Absolute. So it's like a little bit taller actually than a Dark Horse Library Edition. So huge book, really great art in here. But yeah, let's get a good look at this book right now. So to start things off, Jeff Lemire's Mazebook is, it collects issues 1 through 5. It has a signed, numbered tip-in book page in there. This one retails for $125 from Dark Horse Direct. You can purchase the regular hardcover edition for about 25 bucks at most other retailers. It is a beautiful, oversized hardcover. It's actually slightly larger than the regular Dark Horse Library Edition books. But this story, be prepared, especially as a father, to have your heart kind of ripped out. Lemire does not pull any punches in this book. It's all about a father who has lost his daughter and his struggles in dealing with that, and the monotony of everyday life as he goes about living his life without his daughter. He's a building inspector, so he's going to job sites and looking at maps all the time, and his daughter, throughout all of her life really, she was really into mazes. So as he begins to look at maps and mazes, he begins to put some things together, and there's a mysterious phone call where he apparently hears from his daughter, and you got to try and figure out, is it in his head, is it real, is it, is he going a little bit crazy, is the big question, and just going into the depth of his mind when he's going into his memories of his daughter and his love for her and her love for him. It is a beautiful, beautiful book with great mystery. Lemire's art, I cannot begin to gush enough about it. You are getting the top-notch Lemire art. So if you love his style, his kind of sketchy watercolor style, you're gonna love this. And I absolutely love it. He's got a lot of pages with very little text that you just take in the imagery and really feel what your characters are going through. There's very few characters in this book, but they are all important and all play a role in helping to, expand the story and really build it. What's really cool is as you're going through, there's lots of pages with a, paneling numbering around about 12 panels. So they're all pretty small squares. And what's cool is he's kind of got a little bit of a string going through a lot of them, or little ties that take you and guide you through the way to read it, which kind of threw me off at first. I didn't realize what was going on and that I needed to pay attention to those things. But once I did, it was a very cool experience to see the use of the panel layouts as a way to kind of bring you through a maze as he's you know, experiencing a maze in his mind and in the city and throughout his life. As the story builds, I found myself just saying, no, please, please, I don't want to go there. As a father, I really didn't want to go experience what he experienced as his daughter was dying. But you know what? It's what you need to see for the story to really, really settle in and for you to really experience the entire thing and go on this emotional journey with the characters. For extras, there's a ton of great stuff included from covers by Andrea Sorrentino and Matt Kint and Dustin Wynn. And then he goes into talking about his panel layout and his page layouts and how they all work together. And it is really cool seeing the actual full pages laid out like he has on the floor, and how they blend together and move together in a sort of maze, because without being able to see it visually like that laid out, I probably would not have picked up on it unless, you know, maybe in a few more reads I might have seen it. But going into just the character development and the pages and the colors and the covers for it, and talking about him and how Matt Kint met up for a week, and that really drove him to really dive in and take a break from the ongoing series he was working on with Dark Horse Black Hammer, and really dive in and just get a sort of palette cleanser creative project going instead of just pushing through. I really love how much Lemire poured his heart and soul into these pages. All right, so that was a quick overview of Mazebook by Jeff Lemire. It was written and drawn by Lemire. Another just killer book. This I would put in a very similar thematic genre as Underwater Welder. Definitely had some Essex County kind of vibes to it too. So if you really liked those books, I think you're really going to enjoy Mazebook. Like I said, I tore through this in one single night, including all the extras in there that Lemire wrote all about the book, and coming up with it and talking with Matt Kint. Some super interesting stuff and just some drawing progressions and things like that. Really enjoyed this book. Again, the book I showed today was the signed numbered Dark Horse Direct limited edition, which retails for $125. And as like I said before, as of the making of the video, still available. Or you can spring for the regular hardcover edition, which is about 25 bucks if you buy it from stores like Organic Price Books, the channel sponsor. You can use code Omnibuddy for $2 off your order. Omnibuddy Ship It Together gives you 5% off your whole order if you're ordering 3 or more books that are going to ship all at once. So if you're pre-ordering books, careful if you're using that code. And as of the making of this video, right now during June 2022, there is a summer sale going on where there's a huge amount of books. I just checked, there's 17 pages of books that if you purchase those and use code Omnibuddy Summer Sale, you'll get an additional 14% off at checkout with those specific books. Insane deals going on right now over there. So make sure to support the channel, support a great business like OPB, do all those things. Again, thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, do all those things. But the most important thing to do is comment. I love talking with you all about what you're buying, what you're reading, what you thought about books. Have you read Mazebook? What did you think? Have you read Underwater Welder or Essex County? Any of Lemire's stuff? What's your favorite Lemire book that you have read? And what's a Lemire book that you haven't gotten to read yet that you are just dying to read? I'll go first. Jeff Lemire's Green Arrow. That is on my pile of shame. I am trying to track that thing down right now so that I can read Lemire's Green Arrow. All right, that's it. Take care, stay cool.